There is one spot on your body, just one, that most doctors never mention, that most people never think to wash properly, and that researchers now say is directly connected to whether you stay in your own home or end up needing someone to take care of you. It sounds almost too simple to be true, but stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you're going to hear something that could genuinely change the next 10, 15, maybe 20 years of your life. And 9 out of 10 people over the age of 65 have absolutely no idea this exists. Every single day, thousands of older adults lose their independence, not because of heart disease, not because of dementia, not even because of a fall. They lose it because of something happening quietly inside their body, something that starts small, something that could have been slowed down, maybe even stopped with one simple daily habit. And that habit begins in your shower. Now, before you think this is about soap or shampoo, it isn't. This is about something much deeper. It's about your nervous system, your lymphatic flow, your skin's role as a living organ, and a concept that some of the world's leading longevity researchers are calling the gateway to systemic aging. But here's what makes this truly remarkable. The solution takes less than 60 seconds. You already have everything you need, and you can start today. Let's talk about something most people don't say out loud, but almost everyone over 60 thinks about. The fear of losing your independence. Not just the fear of dying, the fear of needing help to get dressed, the fear of not being able to drive yourself to the grocery store, the fear of your children having to make hard decisions on your behalf. That fear is real, and it's valid. But here is what the research tells us. Independence in your later years isn't just about luck. It isn't just about genetics. It is, more than anything, about inflammation. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is the silent engine behind almost every condition that steals independence from older adults. Arthritis, type 2 diabetes, cognitive decline, cardiovascular disease, even muscle loss, the medical community calls it sarcopenia, is driven, in large part, by inflammation. And what triggers inflammation? That's where it gets interesting. Stay with me, because this is where things become important. Most people think of their skin as a covering, a wrapper, something that holds everything together. But your skin is a living, breathing, communicating organ. It is your body's largest organ, in fact. And it does something extraordinary. It talks to your immune system. Every day, bacteria, dead cells, and microscopic debris accumulate on your skin. Your immune system is constantly reading those signals. When too much waste builds up in certain areas, particularly areas with high concentrations of lymph nodes and nerve endings, your immune system can interpret that as a threat. And when your immune system perceives a threat, it responds with inflammation. Now your body has natural ways of clearing this buildup. But as we age, after 50, after 60, after 70, those systems slow down. Lymphatic circulation becomes sluggish. Skin cell turnover decreases. The immune system's communication becomes a little noisier, a little more reactive. This is called inflammaging, a term used by geroscientists to describe the chronic, low-level inflammatory state that comes with aging. And one of the places it begins, one of the most overlooked starting points, is right there in your shower. So where is this spot? It's your neck, specifically the back and sides of your neck, just below the base of your skull, and along the sides down toward your collarbone. Now most people in the shower wash their face, they wash their hair, they wash their arms, their torso, their legs, but the back of the neck, most people give it a quick rinse at best. And that is a mistake, a costly, quiet, daily mistake. Here's why this spot is so important. The back and sides of your neck are home to an extraordinary concentration of lymph nodes, small, bean-shaped glands that are essentially your immune system's cleaning stations. They filter toxins, fight bacteria, and help remove cellular waste from your brain, your sinuses, your ears, and your upper respiratory system. But what most people don't realize is this. The lymphatic system, unlike your circulatory system, has no pump. Your heart pumps blood. Nothing pumps lymph. It moves through pressure, through muscle movement, through breathing, and through mechanical stimulation of the skin. In other words, touch, warmth, friction. When you properly wash and stimulate the back of your neck in a warm shower, you are doing something powerful. You are manually encouraging lymphatic flow. You are helping your body clear waste from your brain and immune tissues. You are reducing the inflammatory burden on your system every single day. This isn't folklore. This isn't a wellness trend. In 2019, researchers at the University of Rochester Medical Center published a landmark study on the glymphatic system, a waste clearance system in the brain that scientists only discovered in 2013. They found that this system is directly connected to the lymphatic vessels in the neck. When those vessels are working well, the brain clears waste efficiently. When they're sluggish, waste builds up. And accumulated brain waste has been linked to cognitive decline, brain fog, and even early markers of Alzheimer's disease. Other researchers, including teams studying manual lymphatic drainage therapy, a medical technique used in hospitals, found that regular gentle stimulation of the cervical lymph nodes reduced inflammatory markers in participants within just 4 to 8 weeks. And here's what made those studies particularly striking. The participants who benefited most were not young athletes. They were adults over 60, adults with chronic fatigue, adults with joint pain, adults who had been told by their doctors that their inflammation levels were high and that there wasn't much to be done. A simple habit changed their numbers. Stay with me, because this next part changes everything. So here is exactly what to do. It takes 60 seconds. You need nothing but your hands, warm water, and a little intention. Step 1. At the end of your shower, after you've washed everything else, turn the water to a comfortably warm temperature. Not hot enough to burn, just warm and soothing. Step 2. Let the water run directly onto the back of your neck for about 15 seconds. Just stand and let it flow. Breathe slowly. This warmth begins to dilate the vessels and relax the tissues in that area. Step 3. Using your fingertips, not your nails, just the soft pads of your fingers, apply gentle circular pressure along the back of your neck, starting at the base of your skull. Move slowly in small circles, working your way downward toward your shoulders. Then move to the sides of your neck, from just below your ears, down toward your collarbone. Don't press hard. This is not a massage for muscle knots. This is gentle, like you're encouraging something, not forcing it. Step 4. Rinse the area again with warm water. Then, if you can tolerate it, a brief cool rinse. Not cold, just cool. The contrast helps encourage circulation. That's it, 60 seconds, every shower, every day. And if you do this consistently, morning after morning, something quiet begins to happen in your body. The inflammatory noise starts to settle. Your immune system starts to communicate more clearly. Your brain's waste clearance system works a little better. Your energy, over weeks and months, may improve. You won't feel it the first day, but at 60 days, many people report feeling noticeably sharper, lighter, less achy in the mornings. Now, while that one habit is the heart of this video, there are 3 simple things you can pair with it that multiply its effect. The first is hydration. Your lymphatic system moves through fluid. When you're dehydrated, and many older adults are chronically, mildly dehydrated without knowing it, lymph becomes thick and slow. Drink a full glass of water before your shower. Another one after. It sounds small. It isn't. The second is slow neck movement. Just 5 minutes a day. Not exercise, not strain. Simply sitting upright and gently turning your head side to side, tilting it slowly left and right, and rolling your shoulders backward. This mechanical movement is, again, manual lymphatic stimulation. It's free. It takes no equipment. It works. The third is sleep position. Research suggests that sleeping on your side rather than flat on your back enhances glymphatic clearance during the night. Your brain, during sleep, is essentially doing a deep clean. Give it the best position to do that work. 3 habits. 1 central anchor your neck in the shower. Together, they form a quiet, daily practice of protecting the most important thing you own: your independence. I want to say something that goes beyond science for a moment. Getting older is not a failure. It is not a slow retreat. For millions of people, it is the richest, most meaningful season of life. A time when you finally know who you are, when your relationships have depth, when the small things, morning light, a grandchild's laugh, a familiar song land differently, more beautifully. But that richness requires one thing above all others: the ability to show up for it. To get yourself to the kitchen in the morning, to drive to your grandchild's school play, to sit in your own garden on a warm afternoon and feel entirely, peacefully free. That is what independence is, not just function. It is presence. It is dignity. It is the ability to live your own story on your own terms. And you deserve that for as long as possible. 1 minute in the shower, that's all this asks of you. Not because it's magic, not because it will stop time, but because your body at every age responds to being cared for. It responds to attention, to warmth, to the quiet message you send it every single morning when you say, "I am still here. I am still tending to myself. I am not done yet." If this video gave you something, even just one new thought, one small hope, please share it with someone you love. An older parent, a friend who worries about their health, a sibling who deserves to hear that there are still simple, powerful things they can do. And if you want more content like this, practical, honest, respectful guidance for living well after 60, consider subscribing. There is no rush, no pressure, but we would love to have you here. Take care of that neck. Take care of yourself. You have more good years ahead than you know.